lot.
It's legit.
I've seen a lot of
Yeah,
those,
because
like,
every
channels.
other tweet is about selling DNS codes.
Fuck's a DNS code.
Or fuck if I know.
So I had some problem with my play. Oh, that was because of the hacking. Actually, never mind. I was gonna say
Yes.
that was really annoying. I didn't even know about the hacking until probably what maybe. Hang on, I gotta take out the stand.
Yeah, let's talk about that today.
We're live, by the way.
I know we
Oh,
are.
Okay.
oh, we are. Oh, shit.
I just saw it pop up.
I like the title.
No, so yeah.
Did you see the title?
Oh, so that's YouTube. Twitter for me is still Geg's team is better than Tim's team, unless you reset that too.
Yeah. All right. We're
We
live.
have conflicting information.
Yeah, let's do this. Come on.
Each stream has a different title. We have conflicting information. Whatever. Welcome to the GNL show.
Tonight, your hosts are myself, Captain Hook 5150, Greg Z96, and we got Gordo Durd.
Durd. It is
Durd. Durd.
Durd.
The name's not switched
Oh
yet.
shit! I fixed it last week.
The questionable
too.
minds of Greg and Liberty.
And I didn't fix it this week. What the hell am I doing? I fixed it last week, and I think my brain today was like, I cannot put stupid on the show.
Well, all right. We're back. So, what is up?
Funny.
What is up, guys?
Well, I played the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare beta most of the week.
Yeah.
I think I might have retinal cancer.
Retinal or rectal?
Ooh,
Retinal and rectal, probably rectal too.
difference.
It's I don't know. I feel like they should pop champagne for developing one of the biggest pieces of shit in the world. Like it's a Cleveland steamer. Like it's bad.
That
It
bad.
deserves it's bad. Like this game, a lot of people are like, oh, they'll be able to fix it. It's like, no, they can't fix this game. Like it's
They can't fix it. No, they.
there's no way they can. It's the spawns are broken. The rigs, the specialists or whatever that they have are broken. The servers were horrible the whole way through. Even though they fixed it, the weapon balance is completely
Because
off.
they obviously didn't fix it.
Yeah, well, they said they fixed it, but yeah,
Lied.
they did. Like it's bullshit. The whole game was awful, and I don't know. I was very disappointed, but I was not surprised at what I got. That was the thing.
Well, then you can't complain.
Yeah. It's still beta though, right?
I still, yeah, but the game comes out in like a week. What a week? I think 2 weeks.
Something like that.
It comes out in a week.
Yeah.
Good.
So
luck.
I'm telling you, this game, even like one of the biggest Call of Duty YouTubers, who's basically like, who he'll stick by them through like a lot, and he's even like, this game don't release this, please, like don't do it.
Or do
Like,
release it.
Shove
yeah,
that
he's
under
just
the
no-
rug. You don't
Yeah.
need that.
Like, well, it was great because I was sitting there going like, when I saw the title of the video, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be clickbait bullshit. So he was gonna make like a joke, and as I was watching, I'm like, wow, he actually was not satisfied. Like,
Nope.
And that's-
not.
well, fuck you, Greg. But when it's like, even when a big Call of Duty YouTuber is sitting there going, maybe you shouldn't release this. Maybe you shouldn't release it. Maybe you should take your time.
You should probably not release it. In fact.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you for reiterating that.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what
Real
you're
quick.
useful for.
Let's talk about. I have two things I want to talk about tonight. One of which is going to be the serious DDoS attack that affected like the entire internet.
Heard about that.
But the first thing I want to talk about, which is much more lighthearted, have you guys seen the Nintendo Switch?
Oh, that was dumb.
No.
And Nintendo's new console.
Yeah, I mean, actually, a part of me wants to buy it, but then it's like,
I totally want to buy it.
I want to buy it, but I'm like, I can't make videos on it because
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what though, the Nintendo Switch one is exactly what I predicted it to be when when leaks about the Nintendo NX being developed were. It's exactly what I predicted it to be. And two, it's exactly what I wanted the Wii U to be.
Really?
Yes. Basically,
Huh.
in my mind, the Wii U would have been absolutely brilliant if it was the console, so you could play your games on the Wii U screen while you were on the go.
Yeah.
If they did that, the Wii U would have been brilliant. I don't give a damn about all the switching the controllers around using two controllers on the same screen. That function doesn't matter to me. The fact that I can either play it on a big TV or I can connect it to the screen and take the same exact game on the go with me without having to change anything about my setup for it, that to me, I really like that concept, and I really want to buy a Nintendo Switch.
That's kind of neat.
See, like, I haven't bought a Nintendo console since the first Wii, and I never used it. And like, I was considering buying the Wii U, and then I just kind of was like even with every time I even like maybe I'll go to like GameStop or Walmart, I'll go, maybe I'll buy it, and then I just never buy it because I'm like, what's the point? And then then I saw the Switch, and I'm like, a part of me like, and I even when the Wii U got announced, I was like, it sounds dumb. Like that's all I said.
I was a big fan of the Wii. I still regularly play my Wii actually. I never bought the Wii U because with the Wii U, I was not working at the time that the Wii U was announced, and my parents weren't going to buy it like they did with the original Wii. So I actually watched reviews of it. And when I first saw the Wii U, I was like, I really wanted this console. It's like a Nintendo DS with a better controller that you can play on your television. And then I saw that it was just a supplementary thing that game developers had to add, and I was like, well, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Right.
The fact that they are doing exactly what I wanted, with a couple of extra things that, I'll be honest, it's kind of cool that I can have a portable screen that I can either play by myself or disconnect the controllers and basically have two NES controllers to play with a friend.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I can see use for that on airplanes since I travel a lot. Because you can also just use the screen as a little screen unit and use a single controller with it. So that's really cool for like on an airplane, like I just said. Instead of having to have like a big battery-powered Raspberry Pi emulator system on the go with you.
I don't like pie.
I really, really like the Nintendo Switch. I'm apparently in the minority because a lot of people are not happy with the announcement, but I like it.
I didn't think it was a bad announcement. I thought it was like it was somewhat interesting, but I was like, I wasn't fully focused on the whole idea of it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, for me, like, I couldn't even... Sorry. I just want to make a quick address one thing really quick.
Mm-hmm.
We're not intentionally talking over each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Skype has a bad delay where, like, things will go silent for us for a second, and then two of us will, like, try to start talking.
Yeah.
So we're not intentionally talking over each other. So go ahead, Gordo, with what you were going to say.
It's just like Nintendo for me has sort of died off in recent years. Like when the GameCube was out, like that was a console that I think kind of hit everything. Like I remember playing like Medal of Honor and stuff on there, and like so like it had like the casual gamer and then the hardcore gamer. Mm-hmm. But then when the Wii came out, it was like very family, casual friendly kind of market. And then they tried to like build it with like the Call of Duties. And I'm like, these games look like shit. Like
I saw that when a while ago, I was like, oh, they announced Call of Duty on the Wii. Why?
Right. Because and like at first you go like, oh, it might be good. And then I remember seeing gameplay and going, wow, this is fucking atrocious. Who thought this was a good idea? Like, and then, so like I never really played it like at all. I just kind of said, fuck it. So I think I eventually sold it and because it was just collecting dust. And then the Wii U got announced. I remember back in like, what was it? Was I freshman in high school, maybe, or sophomore? I think it was. We were like, what? We had to be at least freshman, sophomore, like roughly.
For the Wii U?
Yes. That's when the announcement came out. Like I'm talking about the announcement itself.
The announcement date for the Wii U, they announced. It was launched on November 18th, 2012, which I was a sophomore.
Okay. And then when was it announced?
No, I was a junior that year. I don't know when the announcement was.
Because I think we were freshmen when they announced it, and so they're like, but they kind of were like, we're doing this kind of idea. But I feel like even back then, it went through a bunch of different like development things, like just a weird development thing.
So it was shown at E3 2011.
Okay. So yeah. So we were freshmen. We were ending our freshman year.
Yeah, because it was on April 25th, 2011, they made their statement. So that was end of freshman year.
Yeah.
It didn't actually get released until beginning of junior year, but yeah, they announced it end of freshman year.
Yeah. Okay,
which is actually not a bad time cycle. But
no, not at all. I mean, but I remember feeling, I feel like, I'm trying to remember, maybe and I could be wrong, but I feel like when they were, like, every time they talked about it, it was like this weird kind of, it felt like they were adding more and taking a lot of what they said away, and that's what I felt like. I mean, I'm not thinking of like No Man's Sky off the top of my head here. Well, No Man's Sky, they kept adding stuff. They weren't taking stuff away.
No. No Man's Sky, they didn't even keep adding stuff. They kept saying they were going to add stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hey, are you gonna be able to fuck other players?
Yeah.
Ah,
Sounds
yeah, sure.
Good idea.
Am
I've
I
always
going to be able
wanted
to stop at a Starbucks? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Starbucks sponsors us now, and then Starbucks comes out. We don't
know.
sponsor them. I don't know what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
No,
yeah,
they sponsor us.
That's right. No, I meant it was Dunkin' Donuts. We don't either.
No, nothing. I don't know what is he talking about. And he's outside.
We're
just singing.
sponsored by Cumberland Farms.
And he has has a lemonade stand outside, and he's like, come and get my lemonade, and they're like, that's his piss. Like, that's his piss.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
that.
man.
Speaking of Bear
What do
Grylls,
you guys think about the Nintendo releasing the little mini of the original NES next month?
I see that.
I like it because it means I can basically have an emulator of the old NES games connected to my HD TV without doing it illegally.
I wish they had some other way to include other games than just the 30 that they're...
Yeah, that would be nice.
Because I like a lot of... Some of them weren't, like, over-the-top popular, and so they're not being put in there, and it kind of sucks, but...
I'm in the process of trying to figure out if I feel comfortable enough modding my NES to make it an HDMI output.
Oh, your
'Cause
original NES?
I have an original NES actually sitting right over there, hooked up to the coax on my TV. I play it frequently.
I have a
I-
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry, I had nothing else to say really.
Oh. I remember buying an N64. I also have something else to say in terms of the Wii, if I can remember it. But
Okay.
I bought an N64 and it still doesn't really work on my TV in my room. So and it was only $50. Like it wasn't like a hefty price or anything.
I bet I know why.
Yeah, I did like the coax thing, and then I did like the cables, and
I
I've
think
tried a lot.
probably because modern TVs don't have composite video. You need a component cable for it.
I already have a component cable.
Or no, it's either you need a component and it gives you composite. Composite is, I always get these backwards. One of them is 3-wire, red, green, yellow, or red, white, yellow. I bet that's the one you have.
That's component.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
component.
that's
So what you need is composite, which is 5-wire, which is red, white, red, green, blue.
Okay.
I bet you have those connectors on the back of your TV.
I'll have to look. I don't know.
Because when I got my
I haven't been back there that
Yeah,
much.
because when I got my new smart TV, I had to get a set of composite cables for my PlayStation 2 because it didn't have component on the TV anymore. So I
Right.
bet that's what the problem is.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to give it a look. Like I'm not really sure. I'll look. I mean, I have it in my living room now on the TV that I probably will work on. To be completely honest, but yeah. So back to like Nintendo and the Wii because I kind of wanted to mention this.
Yep.
I've noticed the Nintendo is very, very, very good when it comes to mobile. Like just in terms of like mobile everything.
Yeah.
So. We see like the DS is their biggest seller every year, and then like the Wii is kind of like just their product.
They have the DS, and they release literally a new DS every single year, and people buy it.
Yeah.
Right. And so this kind of seems like a bigger DS sort of like concept, but like you could also bring it to a home console idea.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically like a dock for a larger DS, and
Yeah,
I like that. It's a
Right.
good idea.
So this is the thing that just doesn't make sense, and this is something that Nintendo's this enigma to me. They don't make sense on whatever they do.
They don't make sense, yet they're still around.
Right? Yeah, they just nothing like
They
a lot
won't
of their,
die.
Well, no, it's not that. Like I don't want them to die. A lot of their business moves don't make sense to me.
Well, no,
like,
I don't want them to die either. It just seems like with half of the shit they come out with, they're trying to kill themselves, and they just can't.
Well, like,
That's accurate, yeah.
they just sit there, please stop buying our products, and everyone's like, buy your products? Okay. No, but like,
Put out this
look,
shit.
It took until just this year for Nintendo to actually think about releasing games on the mobile market.
Well,
right. Yeah, and that was the thing I was talking about.
Because they're finally releasing a Mario for iPhone, I think it is, right?
Mario Maker, probably.
Yeah, something like
Right.
But like, look how long smartphones have been around, and smartphones have been the popular mobile gaming solution, and how long Nintendo has just refused to make a smartphone game.
Right, and everyone's sitting there going like, Nintendo, this might be a good idea for you, and the executive's like, you don't know.
No.
Oh!
And then like, they're sitting there going like, no, that's just stupid. Then Pokemon Go comes out, and they're like, okay, maybe this is a good
Maybe
idea.
we should
Like,
let people profit off of our games. Maybe
yeah,
we should profit off of our games so we
yeah,
can keep living long enough to try to kill ourselves.
yeah. Well, no, but so here's another thing. So I don't know if I think this is still a thing, but then the Nintendo Partner Program or whatever that they have for
Yeah.
content creators. So I don't know why this still exists.
I should make Nintendo games as a side note, but continue.
So it doesn't make sense to me as to why this program still exists because so basically for those who don't know, the program that is in place is if you make Nintendo content, they take like part of your ad revenue or whatever, and so people this is like a remember how big of a topic this was too, and
Oh, I remember because I remember like I think the thing I heard about was Super MC Gamer. He was a member of like the Mindcrack server. He also did like a lot of
yeah,
Nintendo Let's Plays, and
yes,
he was like furious about this when Nintendo first announced like you have to join our program if you want to make Nintendo Let's Plays.
so yeah, it's basically like the Fine Bros kind of idea, right? But like Nintendo's a bigger company, and like the Fine Bros are just a YouTube channel that
But
would
the
have
thing
to
is,
listen.
the Nintendo thing blew over. The Fine Brothers things, people got really pissed off about. Because
No,
the thing
I would
is,
disagree.
I feel like the Nintendo thing blew over faster because there are definitely people doing Nintendo Let's Plays not in the partner program, and Nintendo's not giving a shit.
We don't know that though. We don't know that they're not taking part of that revenue or have done something
Okay,
about it.
that's fair.
We don't really know. We can't sit there and say like, oh, this guy's still profiting off it. We don't know how. What
Okay,
it's doing.
that's fair. You're right. I can't make that statement.
Plus, you also have to remember when you're a bigger YouTuber, we don't really know what goes on behind the scenes. We're smaller people who kind of sit there and go like, well, we have a pretty good idea, and then like these bigger YouTubers like, you have no fucking clue. Like,
But
Sit down, Junior.
I guess what I was just gonna say
Yeah,
about it, though,
exactly,
is
sit down,
I feel like with Nintendo, people are like, well, yeah, Nintendo's a big company, we expect this. Well, what people don't realize, and I think we've hit on this before when we were talking about the Fine Brothers, the Fine Brothers are also a big company.
yeah,
They were making a move to protect themselves, and that move made perfect business sense. It just did not make YouTube sense.
right. I never disagree with the idea that it was a business move, but you have to. And this is the thing that they didn't think about, and that was their biggest flaw in all this was what will be the outcome for our brand, and that was very well not anymore, but like at the time,
Yeah,
it was
they're
very
back on
damaging.
very good terms
Yeah.
and decent growth.
Right.
Decent
And
leadership.
well, that's the thing with YouTube. It's kind of like you can get on good terms with a lot of people pretty quickly if you know what you're doing. Like not if you're some random prank channel, but
OozyTube was
yeah.
pissed off the internet again.
I don't know what I haven't seen anything, but everyone I don't know. I don't want to talk about food. I don't want to talk about the drama.
I don't
shit,
want to talk about it either.
Yeah, I mean, even though we're kind of technically talking.
I was
about
just
drama.
making a joke about it.
I understood, but sorry, I burped.
Not
it's just
allowed, Gordo. Not allowed.
it's weird because the Fine Bros did like the move makes a ton of sense business wise. It doesn't make any sense when you sit there like if I were like an owner of a business and I like it's like a Nintendo. I don't like if I were the owner or the president of Nintendo, I'd look at them and go, this makes no fucking sense because we're getting it's free like promoting for our game. They're playing our game because they enjoy it and they're spreading their fandom to other
Well,
people.
here's the thing.
And that helps us.
Here's the thing. This is where it kind of comes in a little bit differently.
Free
Is
advertising.
the fact that free advertising, yes, but then again, a lot of the things that you always hear when people like don't understand gaming channels and how someone can get so successful screaming at their computer screen playing a video game is why wouldn't you just want to play the game yourself? If you're watching the game, why bother playing it? And I feel like a lot of people still have that mentality of if someone watches a Let's Play, they're not gonna want to just go buy the game and play it. That being said, most of the new games I've gotten into, I've gotten from watching Let's Plays.
See, I don't watch Let's Plays. I watch like I mean I hate Let's Plays. If you want my honest opinion, I get bored. They're boring in my opinion.
I guess it's not Let's Plays that I watch. I guess it's more clip montages from games that I watch. Like Scene Anners. That's the kind of go-to gaming channel I watch.
Right. So like a video, like I think Scene Enter's videos are typically like what 10 minutes or something.
They're like 10 minutes of clips from games he's playing.
Like it's kind of like Funhouse. Like a lot of the channels I used to watch, I don't like. It's kind of that idea. Why watch someone play a game and kind of do the same thing over and over and over again when I can watch someone else do something kind of like something that's more interesting. Like when I watch Funhouse, it's at least different because they're adding in their own little humor through Photoshop or whatever. Whereas like if you watch someone like PewDiePie is completely different now. I don't know what's going on with that, but like,
PewDiePie is actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah,
I like his content now way better than the last generation PewDiePie, and even better than like original PewDiePie.
How many generations of PewDiePie are there?
Like 7? I don't know.
Yeah, he's gone through a lot of iterations of his channel.
I like the most recent one. It's pretty entertaining.
Like Markiplier, for instance. Like as much as I respect I respect any real. Oh, no, okay, that's a better way to say it. I respect a lot of big YouTubers.
Real quick.
But like, for me, like Markiplier's videos or Jacksepticeye, like it's not that like I don't find them funny. It's just that their videos are too long for me to care, because they're both doing the same thing as every other. It's like when you find out a small channel that's doing that idea that Scene Anders is just screaming at his computer. It's like, oh, okay, like all right,
the same.
Yeah, it's like, so what's your difference? I think I tried that once when I was like on a smaller scale, and I'm still in a small scale, but like. It doesn't help. Like, by doing the same thing as everyone else and having these 12-minute videos that, honestly, I could go see from the same kind of person like Markiplier, doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't help you. But if you enjoy doing them, that doesn't mean you should stop doing them. Just understand that...
Right, but if you're on YouTube because you want to be successful on YouTube, you should maybe consider not doing them.
Right. So this has become my...
Take it from us, because we're successful.
No, but like I think we've all been around the block and kind of seen this happen a lot. Well, I mean, also YouTube's very.
I have a list of things over there on my whiteboard, which are ideas for upcoming midnight reports, because I want to start those again because I enjoy doing them.
Yeah.
The top one is vaccines. That's going to be my official like I'm back videos. When you guys see the midnight report on vaccines, that's when you can expect me to be doing daily videos again. The next one on the list is how to make a successful YouTube channel. Yeah, that should be a fun one to make.
Yeah, so here's the thing: the vaccine one, I'd be very, very careful. People.
Hell no! Vaccines cause autism, man. Don't you know that?
Yeah, I love those people. I love reading that, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, okay, sure, yeah, whatever you believe in. All right, whatever you say, Patrick Murphy or whatever.
Because methyl mercury and ethyl mercury are the same thing.
Right. I don't know what any of that stuff is. I failed chemistry.
I tell you what, man. The thing that's been that delayed that video so much for me is the fact that I don't understand the point of your comments, sir. But the thing that delayed that video so much for me is the fact that trying to find unbiased research to base my video off of is impossibly hard. Right. Like, it's just really hard.
So... I'm sorry. I'm actually someone else talk real quick, so I can just get on the Twitch. No one? Okay. No one talks. Okay. So I'm looking like a jackass here. I'm trying to just get on whatever. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I was trying to look at the Twitch audio real quick because the audio is not in fact shit. My mic gain was a little high, but the audio is not shit.
What was I gonna say?
Okay.
So. This is how I've kind of noticed YouTube going. So YouTube just I don't think anyone can say they fully understand YouTube, because actually you kind of can. So YouTube, you have to understand trends. Like, that's the thing, and to a degree, I think most people don't. Like, I've seen a channel that when The Walking Dead has been the biggest thing right now, or has been one of the biggest things due to the cliffhanger and no one really knowing, but it's been pretty obvious of who gets killed off or whatever. Besides that point, but this guy gained like he's only had his channel for a year, and because he just kind of talks about The Walking Dead, he moved up to like 43,000 subscribers in a year.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. Like, that's all the guy does, and it's kind of like he understood the trend a little bit, or was doing something, and then kind of understood the trend and has not stopped, which has been annoying because it's in now my fucking sub box every day. And I don't not subscribe to him. It's like because I saw like a few videos and I'm like, dude, you're and his titles are also a little clickbaity, which you kind of also, if you're against clickbait, no offense, you're not gonna get there. It's like if you want this, you're gonna have to kind of sell out, or sell out is the best way to put it.
Yes.
Can I just make a real
Sure.
Have you ever noticed that every single person that makes a video titled like "How to Be Successful on YouTube" has like less than 10,000 subscribers?
Yeah, but
Like I'm just looking at a couple of these right now because I just Google searched "How to Be Successful on YouTube" and I clicked on a couple of the first video results. 7,000 subscribers. This guy has he's YouTube certified and he has 225,000 subscribers. So he's like actually.
What the
one
hell
of the
does that
biggest
mean? YouTube
contents.
certified. So am I.
you gotta take a test. Yeah,
This
that's
dude
it.
has 12,000 subscribers, and this dude has just shy of 6,000. Like, what right do people with that few subscribers have to tell people how to be successful on YouTube? And the worst part is, so many people listen to them,
So
Well,
this is
and
my-
don't
more
know
than
why
I-
they're not going anywhere.
this is a thing that I'm
The reason
starting
they
to
have so many subscribers is because they made a video saying how to be successful on YouTube. So
I
everyone
need to do
subscribed
that.
to them wanting more.
I
Dude,
need to do
that's
that.
why do you think I'm doing a midnight report on how to be a successful YouTuber?
So-
I'm following the trend.
But that's exactly what you kind of like. A lot of people look that up because people want to be successful on YouTube. But here's how you become successful on YouTube. You got to work for it. You kind of have to consider it as a hobby and not a job. And honestly, like if you go in, and this has always been my issue, and I've kind of started to go away from it. Is if you look at it as a job, you're gonna get let down a little bit more. Like you're gonna be sitting there and kind of going, like I can't even tell you the amount of times I sat there and didn't have not confidence, oh shit, I can't think of the word right now. Someone help me.
I don't know what you're trying to
Continue
say.
the rest of your sentence.
Motivation. I didn't have the motive. Yeah, sorry. I was trying to think of it. The motivation to make a video that day, and even all of last week I was like, I don't want to make a video because the thing is, and this is another thing with like video editing. I've learned this, and I know a lot of friends who are like a lot of friends of mine who do video editing. They go, if you don't want to make a video, don't make a video because here's the problem: if you make a video to put it out there, it's going to be terrible. Like you're not
Here's the
going to
problem, though. If making videos is your job and you don't
Well, if
make
it's
a
your-
video,
well, like, but if it's your job, but if you're just kind of if you're going through that process, like you're trying to get to that point, don't really worry about it. Like, even some big YouTubers kind of go, listen, I any content I would have put out that day would have sucked. Like, that's why the video's not out. That's the exact reason. And that's not a bad thing. Another thing is when you're a bigger YouTuber, and I think this is honestly a great thing to do. Like look at Video Game Donkey. He takes like a week to make his video because he wants the best possible content for his viewers. That's why I think like regardless of what you might think of Video Game Donkey, like if you don't think he's funny or you think he's an asshole or whatever, he
I
puts
think
the
he's
work
an
into it.
ass. That's right.
I love it. I love Video Game Donkey. He's hysterical.
Don't know who that is.
It's right in his name that he's an ass, though. Video game
But he's so funny. Like that's the thing. So,
Okay.
but I think
I don't understand how you have a 2+ million subscriber YouTube channel, gaming channel that puts out once a week videos. That just doesn't make sense to me. But hey, you do you, man.
Right, well, but like his videos are always the best quality. That's the thing. Like he always puts up amazing quality content, and that's why people really. I mean, I think when in the early stages of his channel, he was pumping out a lot of content due to like League of Legends because I think that was his big game,
Oh,
and that's how people found him. Right. So if you are a League of Legends channel, you're probably gonna have like a little bit of an easier time.
yeah.
Because League of Legends right now is huge, and I don't see that dying out anytime soon.
No, what has to happen is you have to get on the bandwagon of a game right when it launches before it becomes stupid popular. That's a thing that's going to help you because if you're like the first channel making content on a game that becomes stupid popular,
Like Minecraft. You know, look at that.
yeah.
When that first came out.
And look how many new up and coming Minecraft channels there are that are actually growing with any sort of rate.
Now there's none.
And look at how many Counter-Strike channels are new and up and coming and growing at any decent rate.
Yeah.
Also none. Like one channel that I actually had serious hope for, he's been stuck at like 650 subscribers for like 3 months now.
Well, so that's another thing is you have to set yourself apart from that group. So like Call of Duty YouTubers, and I can go.
Being funny is not enough anymore.
That's true.
It's not just that. It's So this is another thing. It's a person. You have to have a personality, and I look at a lot of YouTube channels, and I've seen in my time I've seen a lot of YouTube channels, and I've seen a lot of these channels, and I go, listen, and I'll be nice and say like you, oh yeah, keep going, but like I don't want to be the dick and go, listen, your shit ain't gonna fly with a lot of people. Like it's not gonna work, and I really hate to break it to them. Like I sit there and say I have a I honestly I think I have a good personality. Like
I think you're an asshole, but that's beside.
but like that's the thing. Like there's a personality to
That's
it.
the
Like,
personality.
that's no.
Asshole.
But if you think about it though, like I actually like. There's a lot of people that are the same fucking person on YouTube, and they're not different from each other.
Oh, you
know?
mean all of the vloggers?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's the perfect way to put it. Is like these
Yeah.
people, they're the same people over and over. Like when someone does like a Minecraft, like specifically Minecraft, and it's that same content. I'm like, didn't Pro Syndicate just put this out a week ago? Like,
So, like, here's the thing. There is nothing wrong with looking at a big channel, liking what they're doing, and taking small amounts of inspiration from that.
no,
Yeah.
there's nothing.
There's
wrong.
another thing to see a channel that you're like, wow, they're doing really good. I like what they're doing, and try to copy everything exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is why so many of the vloggers look like Casey Neistat. So many of the horror game people look like PewDiePie. So many of the Minecraft YouTubers look like Pro Syndicate or Captain Sparkles.
Yep. And that's
Like-
exactly it. Like,
I mean, Christ, look at Ant Venom. He realized he was becoming irrelevant, so what did he try to do? He started making Minecraft parody music videos.
Worked out
Like, yeah, well, I would not say he's popular anymore, though.
anymore. No, not as much as he used to be.
I mean, even like in the past year, he's floated in 2 million subscribers. I haven't seen a video with more than 200,000 views come from him in a long
Time. Yeah.
I'm gonna scroll through right now and try to find when his. Okay, so he has one video that a month ago. Okay, he had a couple a month ago that hit over that. He released a new music video a month ago that hit 720,000. He released a video called "This Map Took 6 Years to Make" that got 1 million views. And then the sandwich of those two videos were 70,000 and 15,000.
Wow, 15,000. That's a
He
little
has
low.
quite a few videos. He has one video that didn't even break 14,000.
Wow.
I'm looking to see, like,
so
so many of his. I literally have found 2 videos on his channel that broke 500,000 views, and he has about 2.5 million subscribers.
one thing, another thing is like, so you'll see something like the Russian Badger, right? Or you guys haven't seen him. I watch him. I think he's funny.
You've shown me a clip of his before. Yes.
Yeah, I think he's funny, and like that's one thing I like. Like I'm trying to not like at least kind of not full copy, but like throw my own little fun on it, like on
Being
videos and
funny
stuff.
is not copying someone.
Well, no, like but like the idea of his video, like the concept of his video, like where you're kind of giving tips, but you're not really giving tips on anything. It's that kind of concept, but also like it's kind of like a combination of like Donkey and the Russian Badger, where I want to keep my videos short and sweet. And you get the idea. You're walking. Well, Badger doesn't have any sort of information really. I think he just kind of like sarcastic. It's just that idea, and it's like being sarcastic and kind of like pumping out jokes and stuff. That's what I think is like works the best on YouTube because people want joke after joke. It's like a comedian. Like when you go to a comedy show, you don't want like someone sitting there and playing like a video game for 20 minutes going ah. Like no, you want them to sit there and give you jokes. Like that's what they're there for, and I feel like that's where Let's Plays channels
Alright.
start to close down.
So, in the past year, Ant Venom has had 8 videos that broke 500,000 views. Only 8 in the past year, and only 2 of them broke 1 million.
Well,
that's
To date, he is sitting at 2,349,802 subscribers.
wow, a lot of inactives.
Like,
I feel
he
the
posted-
pain!
He posted a video one day ago, which was "Why Did Notch Sell Minecraft?" which kind of a clickbaity title, had 47,000 views. He has a video from 2 days ago with only 22,000. Video from 3 days ago with 22,000. Video from 4 days ago. This sheep is made entirely of sheep. That made 100,000 views.
Wow.
And then a 50,000, then 40, then 40, then 60, then 70, then 40, then 70. Like, he's had less than, on his most recent videos, like, if you take all of his 10 most recent videos, they add up to less than 1 million views in 10 videos for a 2+ million subscriber channel.
It's rough.
Yeah, that's I believe that's kind of what happens when you stop posting for a while. Because I believe he stopped posting for a little while.
He's been streaming more than posting.
Yeah. Like if I recall, though, there was a period of time where either he stopped posting, or, as the sayings go, all of the young kid Minecraft viewers grew up, which was his demographic. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. That's the other thing too. Is people are like, I want to be successful on YouTube. I want YouTube to be my full-time job.
Right.
No, you don't. YouTube can go any day.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's another thing. So,
Very fickle.
so
It can just one day you can be bringing in $200,000 a month, and the next day you're out of a job.
right, and so this also goes with another thing. If you want to do YouTube as a job, have two jobs essentially. Like make this your second job and just kind of do it whenever you kind of feel like as a hobby sort of deal. Don't make this your primary. And I noticed this with like with a Call of Duty YouTuber. Back in the day, they'd all be like, "Oh, this is my main job." It's like, this shouldn't be your main job. Like this should be a secondary
It can
deal.
be it can be your main job. You can
Well,
totally
you
make
know,
it your full-time job. Have a backup plan.
That's
why I laugh at the idea of, wouldn't it be cool if this could be the real thing? No.
But like that. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, YouTube should be your backup. Like, have a full-time job, and then because honestly, I think the world's a little bit of a different place than it used to be. Like, you could easily lose your full-time job, and then you're stuck going, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Where am I gonna get a paycheck? Whatever.
Yeah.
That could be YouTube, and like you should always have a backup plan for that. So say like you do lose your job, you can come to YouTube. You could be like, well, while I look for a job, I'm still making money off of YouTube. Like
Well,
I
that's
can
like
do that.
one of my favorite YouTubers, Eli the Computer Guy. He used to
Thought you were
like
gonna say
years ago do like computer repair and IT informational videos. 2-3 years ago, he made the transition to basically like long form, hour to 2 hour long videos where he was just talking about stuff. He brings in so many sponsors per video. He has like 10 sponsors per video external to YouTube ad revenue.
Yeah.
And he's sitting at less than 1 million subscribers, but he is a full-time YouTube professional living in Baltimore. He has like 3 ponds on his property, a big-ass house that even he has said, I don't need a house this big.
And that's
He's sitting at less than 1 million subscribers, and if YouTube was gone tomorrow, he could still be a content creator.
So here's another thing. If you say you do become big on YouTube, you don't need a big house. Like, yeah, you just get a nice house.
Well, that's like, I don't want to even know what happens to Captain Sparkles when he loses YouTube because of the house he has and the cars he has. Like, he has a McLaren Spider, a Bentley something. He has like 5 expensive cars now.
So I think this is kind of how we were all brought up and kind of having to go through that. Like, I think like Captain Sparkles and all them, they got really lucky at the beginning because YouTube was so small and not a lot of people did it because they all thought it was a joke, and those people kind of they didn't really see
the people
what
who
was
were
coming.
willing to stick with it and stuck with it,
right?
It paid off if they were any good at it.
Yeah.
Right, and I mean there are a lot of people that were there at the beginning that didn't make it, but that's because their content wasn't that good. Like,
or they weren't willing to commit to it and take a chance.
Or if they even committed to it, it just was like, what's different from there's a whole bunch of different factors. But the thing I think it's again, do this for fun. Don't do this as like a full serious thing. And if it becomes a serious thing, don't quit your day job because
backup plan.
Right. Keep this as your backup. And if say you do lose your job because it's not something that will never happen, like you can't sit there and be like, well, my job security is amazing.
Put your money into CDs. Let it build interest. So the day the floor falls out from under you, you're not screwed.
Exactly. But it's one of those. It's like I see that more and more, and everyone's like, well, this is my day job. It's like,
and don't buy a couple $1 million worth of cars. Don't do it.
Don't do that. Like those are. I don't care how much money you're making. You could be making $2 million a month on YouTube, and I would sit there and say, keep that shit because also you can kind of
put like $10-12 million in the bank, right?
Yeah.
Because if the floor falls out from under you, I don't know about you. Where I'm at, I could live the rest of my life on $10 million in the bank.
Right, and there's a lot.
Rather comfortably, might I add.
And the
The other
economy's
thing
getting
is,
improved.
don't move to California if you're planning on being a YouTuber.
Yeah,
California is way too expensive to live out there. Sure, it makes collaborations and challenge videos easier, but like,
Right.
oh my god, for what the house I am living in costs in this area and the amount of property I have, I could maybe get a 2-bedroom apartment in California.
Really, shit, that's horrible. Like, I mean, even
Well, it depends
yeah,
on the part of California, but
like even in the house I live, it's like, you know, if I say I did get bigger on YouTube, I would just go like an extra floor up because like I'd build like an extra floor
yeah.
because it, you know, just the way the layout is, it's just horrible. But
If I
like,
got big, I would buy my neighbor's house. That's what I would do.
like
I would have a second place right next to me that I could call mine.
Right. Well, it's just like that's what you like. Don't do anything. Like, don't buy a fucking Lamborghini. You know how many like I've seen so many like 17-year-old kids who are on YouTube and go like, well, I'm big on YouTube. I'm gonna buy a Lamborghini, and I'm like, yeah, well, that fame's gonna go away soon. You know that, right? You know when people stop caring about you, that's gonna happen. I mean, that's a horrible thing.
Like
to
my dad.
People will stop caring about you. It's
no, but like
gonna
when these
happen.
people like kind of find someone that's
Real
doing
Real talk.
kind of. But there are gonna be other people out there that are gonna kind of jump on that same wagon as you, and then they're gonna be like, well, and all these like fans of yours are gonna be like, well, this person's so much better looking or something, and they're gonna like all like the teenage girls, right? They're like, you know, those people are just that aren't talented at all, but are just good looking people. Like that's kind of how I view those people. Like they'll sit there and eventually they'll find someone better looking, they'll move on, and this person with their Lamborghini's fucking stuck.
None of us are ever gonna win the better looking contest.
I mean.
Not happening.
BBOG poster child. But
yeah, actually, I can see it now. Why
Yeah.
you're the poster child? You have the little dot. You know, you have the little dots from the logo on that cheek.
No, but it's just that. I mean, that is how YouTube is. YouTube's not a fun place. You gotta work to it, but you also gotta have fun doing it. If you're not having fun doing it, don't do it.
Don't make it a. I hate saying don't follow your dreams, but
No,
like if your dream is to be a. I love how Tim is just sitting here not saying a goddamn thing.
I don't have time to.
I like how Tim just stares at the camera.
Interrupt. Talk.
He's modeling at the camera right now.
No, Gordo, you and I shut up. Tim, say something.
I got none about this topic. I mean, I don't do this as a job. I don't do this to rely on any form of income at all.
Well, you don't either.
I'm just so I don't want to tell people to not try and do something if it's their dream. Go ahead, just be prepared to not succeed.
Yeah, well, I think that's what the point of all we've been saying is. We did get off on a bit.
You've been doing a great job then.
Yeah, no, like, but that's the thing. Like, go into like if you have a dream, go for it. But don't make your dream going, well, I'm going to do YouTube only. Also have a backup. Like, make sure you are working a day job. Even if you hate that day job, always remember you are going to a job that you love.
Even if you work at Staples.
Yeah, exactly. You know how much I...
Yeah.
I go in there.
Never mind. Yeah. You're like jergy.
Yeah. Well, like, but like the thing is, I like going in there and like they're all like, well, why don't you come back? And I'm like, because I love here. This is my thing. It's like you're here all the time. Why do you keep coming in? And I want to say like, because I love hearing you guys like how miserable you guys are.
I love hearing all of the bitching. It's my favorite thing.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna probably be getting off soon because Walking Dead, but you know.
Well, the show's gonna be done at 9, so like you can hold off till the end of the show.
It's an hour and 17 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna probably get up for a second in a minute. It's or 1 minute. I'm probably gonna get up just to go turn on Walking Dead and then I'll run out there.
All right. Well, I have only one more topic I want to talk about tonight. I think we've shot the shit about enough stuff that doesn't affect very many people for a long time. Let's talk about something that actually affected people. The serious major DDoS attack on DYN-DNS in New Hampshire. Of course, he leaves on the topic that actually requires some knowledge of the word.
Every week!
Every
single
he
week.
Didn't turn off the webcam this time. He's learning.
Yeah, shocking. What a fucking turd.
Oh, what a turd. Anyways, god damn, man. like literally Friday, I went down to Connecticut. I had meetings all day for work. Well, the DDoS attacks that continued throughout the day, they were affecting the DNS. So, like, several times throughout the day, it was just like, nope, DNS server cannot be resolved for the websites you're trying to reach. It affected our Google Mail server that we use. So, like, in the middle of the day, I just couldn't receive any mail to a custom domain Gmail. I was telling this to Tim. We have an IT ticketing system at my job. I'm responsible for going through and delegating tickets or solving tickets. And I'm going to give a final count right now of how many of these I got. I got 3 tickets yesterday that were specifically, the title of the IT ticket was cannot submit IT ticket. No shit, you can't. The entire internet is broken today. I literally went through this morning. Like, I didn't even want to deal with it yesterday. I went through this morning, and as responses for all of them, I put resolved, ticket received.
Yeah, I was pretty blown away about that. Like how the internet got taken down just like that.
And the thing is, actually, there's a couple of contributing factors. One, how many people do you know that update the firmware on their router?
No one. I didn't even know about that until yesterday, to be honest.
Yeah, if you're not updating the firmware on your router, you're not delivering necessary security patches, which means people potentially can use your network for nefarious things. You are part of the problem if you don't update your router's firmware.
How do you update your router's firmware, Greg?
You're going to basically every single router I've ever used, which is Motorola, Linksys, Asus, Netgear. I think Cisco, it's even easier. I've never worked with Cisco. That's like big business stuff. So any of the brands you're going to have at home, you're going to log into, you know how in your browser you go to 192.168.1.1 to configure your router?
No, but okay.
Sure.
But basically any router, you're going to go there, you're going to enter the admin login credentials, and there's usually going to be, it'll depend on the specific router how it's laid out, if it's on the top or on the bottom. But there's usually going to be a tab called like either firmware or software or updates. Or with Linksys, when you log in, sometimes it'll give you a little pop-up window saying, hey, your router's firmware is out of date. Would you like to update? Check for updates. Check, I would say weekly I check. I don't get updates weekly, but that way I'm going to see the update when it comes through. I have in my house, I have a dual router setup. So it's a little bit more work for me, but like check your routers. At least check them every couple of weeks. Like, don't be part of the problem.
Yeah.
Don't let Twitter get twatted again.
Ha.
That was what my boss said, not me. I just thought it was funny.
Okay.
Well, because since you thought it was funny, doesn't mean it is funny.
All right, big box face.
Twat.
Oh fuck! I missed that rocket. Shit.
Twat.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I got nothing else. Like I honestly don't.
he just wants the show to end so he can go watch Walking Dead.
I do. I want to see who dies.
Hint, hint, hint. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Everybody.
Probably it's
Sooner or
going to
later.
be. Yeah, it has to be. The Walking Dead. I loved that line when he did that. I was like, I don't know. I'm sure you guys don't watch the show though. Like, I honestly think the best character in the show is Eugene, because like I think that would be every single human being in The Walking Dead. Like anyone who like during a zombie apocalypse, everyone's like, well, I'd be like Rick. I'm like, no, you'd be like Eugene. You'd be a gigantic pussy who couldn't fight, and all of a sudden finds the courage, and then you die. Like,
hey, Gordo, can I make a prediction?
What?
And I'm going to tell you this prediction, so you're going to be thinking about it the entire show.
All right.
It's going to be Daryl.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. It's gonna be Abraham and Glenn.
Nope, it's going to be Daryl.
No, I know this. I know the spoiler.
It's going to be Daryl.
Okay, sure.
One, Daryl doesn't even exist in the comics for Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's what. But you know how popular
Yoda
Daryl
dies.
Is? God fucking damn it.
Oh man.
That's all I got.
Plus the
what happened?
plus the actor was trying to leave The Walking Dead.
Um,
He has his own popular show.
God damn it, Tim! You fucked my game up.
Sorry.
My
I'm not the one that left.
You messed your game.
Yeah.
No, I put my thing down. Oh, there you go. I got it.
Twat.
Never mind.
So Gordo, I bet you $5 that it's Daryl.
All right, so I'll tell you why it's not Daryl. Because Daryl's the most popular. First off, there are
So
set
there's
photos
no
of him
better character to kill off.
There are set photos of him still there and with the interacting with other characters.
Yeah, that can
Also-
happen at the beginning of the episode.
Also, no, it couldn't.
You're wrong, but it's okay.
No,
he
I
can
know
get killed at the end of the episode.
Okay, I'll text you when he doesn't get killed.
I will expect $5 via PayPal when he does.
Okay, fine, but then we're talking about this episode, not the season.
I know.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. But also, Daryl's the cash cow for The Walking Dead. Everyone would probably be like, "Well, it's Rick because he's the main character, or Carl because he's one of the main characters." Like, nah, the dude with the bow is the main character if you think about it. Well, he's not the main character, but he's like the most important character. And I don't know why. Like he's such a boring character, but like he's for some reason the most interesting character because they don't go into his backstory at all. Like or they'll talk about his backstory, but it's in a way that doesn't matter at all. I don't know. I'm telling you, this season's gonna be great. Last season apparently was like according to Rotten Tomatoes was bad, but I'm like that was one of the best seasons. One of the seasons they gave like a 90 something. And I was like, this was one of the worst seasons. The fuck you talking about?
I'm just kidding. It's gonna be Rick. Rick's gonna die.
Dude, that would actually be a great plot twist. Like, because he is the main guy right now.
You know what I want to know? I want to know when Greg's going to eat the block of Velveeta.
It's gonna happen. I just have to go buy it. It actually will happen. I promise that. So to fill in everybody, all two of you that are watching this, last night I made a bet with Tim on stream that if we got the next map as Inferno, I would drop a 50 bomb. Now I'm gonna go into really why this is a stupid bet, but I still made it. We were queued with 2 Gold Nova 4s, a Gold Nova 1, and then I was a Silver 2.
No, you're Silver 3.
Silver 3, that's right.
I'm
didn't rank
Silver
up on
2.
the stream. The game that we first played, everyone we were against at the end of the game was revealed to be a Gold Nova 3.
And 4.
Of course, it happened
They
to
were
be
3 and
Inferno.
4s.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was the second game that was all 3s then.
Yeah.
So, of course, the first map happened to be Inferno, which I said, if we get Inferno, I'm going to drop a 50 bomb. I think I ended up with like 6 kills in the game.
It wasn't 50.
I fragged above Tim. That's all I'm going to
That
say.
wouldn't take
Fragged
much. You're
above
Silver
Tim.
3.
Actually, no, we fragged equal that game. I remember, because I was like, all this proves is that we should both be Silver 2s or both be Silver 3s.
At one point in time, we were both 1, 3, and 15.
Yeah.
So, I
was
think
bad.
you did outfrag me, though. All I
Yeah.
know is I did not get last. That was Splafetti. And she's a Nova 4.
I'm gonna leave that one alone. But anyways, Goro's leaving us.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so Tim was like, so what are you gonna bet? And I went, oh, the big box standard, which is eating a chunk of Velveeta cheese.
A block,
Like,
not just a
A
chunk.
block of
block.
cheese from like the macaroni and cheese mix stuff. Like, yeah,
It looks like a big thing of butter.
basically, except it's cheese.
Yeah.
And according to Liberty and Knoll, it's disgusting. The reason
It's
that
a-
bet became a thing
big
is
block.
because last year on the Extra Life stream for that Liberty and Knoll did, someone said, I think it was Liberty said, if someone donates $100, Knoll will eat a giant block of disgusting Velveeta cheese. So Tim donated $100.
For the
And
kids.
then Noel said, if someone donates another $100, Liberty will eat one too. So I donated $100.
For the
It was
kids.
for the children, not for Liberty and Noel. It went to their hospital that they were streaming for, which there will be a video on the Big Box channel about us doing Extra Life this year in the next couple of days. So, yeah. So I will make a video of that at some point. That'll go up on the Big Box channel. It'll probably be funny.
Sweet.
Yup.
So bottom line.
Bottom line, Greg's eating Velveeta.
Nom nom nom.
Bottom line, nom nom nom. Greg lost the bet. I'm sure the bet is talked about in Tim's video that's going live whenever.
It
he edited
is.
today.
It is. That video is being rendered, yes.
Yeah, so it's gonna happen.
Video will be up
Going
on my
live.
channel probably Thursday.
Everyone is going to know about it. I'm gonna try to get that done before Thursday then, so I can post it the day after on the Big Bucks channel.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm sure you are. I am not.
I bet.
All right. Well, I think that's a good wrapping up point.
I think so too.
Because Gordo really wants to get out of here, so he hasn't
I
said
do.
a damn like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm like antsy.
Clearly.
Alrighty.
So,
Alright,
Dan, let's have you give the outro tonight because I don't feel like it.
All right, thanks for stopping by. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't. If you didn't, you know, fuck you anyway. Go check out Greg and Gordo. His channel is Durd. Greg's channel is Greg C96. Mine is, you don't want to see mine. And
Go to BigBucksGamers.com. We're all
yeah, there you go. And we will see you next Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday Bloody Sunday. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you guys later. Peace.